I want to bring up this subject why I think propaganda has played a big role um, of what's going on in America right now. I'm going to tell you this, all the news outlets, NBC, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, and including Fox, are literally altering and distorting the truth. We are not getting viable information when in reality we're being spewed and shoved with misinformation and disinformation. And I'm also going on record and say this too. It's like every time that we turn on the news, we turn on any news outlet, especially if you're watching the left wing Marxist media, we are literally screwing ourselves up. I mean, I don't know about you, but journalism has died a long time ago. I mean, I don't know about you, but we live in a generation where we barely have any kind of discernment. You know, when we watch, when we watch, when we watching these media outlets about supposed current current events or what's supposed taking place now. I've seen every media outlet that has a strong bias. Every media outlet has always had a major bias towards a certain political party or whatever the heck it may be. Even in talk radio, I'll admit I do listen to Rush Limbaugh sometimes. Or I do listen to other conservative radio outlets like Dennis Prager and even Ben Shapiro. And of course Larry Elder. Uh, but I will also say, but I think the major culprit of what we're buying into is the major culprit will be the left-wing Marxist media outlets. For the past, we all know for the past 4 years, um, there's there has been nothing but negative coverage of Trump, and even before Trump got elected back in 2016, like almost everybody on Fox was against Trump. I don't know about you, America. I think it's time for us to turn off the media for good. Turn off the news media permanently. Why do I say that? It's because they like to alter your thinking. You see, I haven't watched the news anymore, and I feel excellent. I feel amazed, and I feel that I have absolute. I feel like I don't that I'm not like I don't need to be hoaxed or lied to or whatever. You know, I'm I'm at a point where my mind has been alert and my heart has been receptive. Another good reason why you want to turn off the media is that you don't want to end up getting all frustrated and be in a fit of rage every single time, when something is going on. I've lived with people like those, and it's just, and you know, you they get frustrated every single freaking time of any news story. You know, let's just say this. I don't even watch the local news because you know why? Even the local news happens to be guilty of spreading misinformation, disinformation, and fear mongering. You know, I put it this way. I like to I like to have a sound mind. Remember, the Bible says in Second Timothy, the first chapter and the seventh verse, it says that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Propaganda can alter your way of thinking. Propaganda will literally will literally get you enraged every single time. I will say this. It's best to like have a free mind as opposed to viewing something constantly, and it will do nothing but keep you in fear. Last time I checked, fear is the mind killer. Last time I checked, fear will fear will bring you down. I believe like back in early February of 2020, I did a video entitled "Turn Off the Fear Mongering Media," and it was regarding about when the N Cove was, had, pandemic was literally at the very beginning. And I will also say this. I've also done another video talking about that we are in a lost world if we are bound by fear. It's not when you turn on that idiot box, and when you're out there watching these propaganda outlets, these so-called news outlets, you're doing damage to yourself. You're not being informed because all they're doing is spewing lies and deception. And keep this in mind. The devil is literally the prince of the air. So obviously he controls, what you think. Well, I think back in the day, people call TV the devil box. And why do you think the word television means tale, lies, vision? That's something to think about because propaganda has really destroyed America, and propaganda has also destroyed a lot of people's minds. And propaganda has literally has literally done nothing but altered the way we think and the way we do things. I am Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Get Thunder. You guys have a wonderful night and be good to each other.